Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Going On Daily, Season 3, Episode 5, My Precious. I'm here. I'm Sharon Clark, and I'm along with my wonderful co-host, Luannah. How are you this morning,
Hello.
Luannah?
Doing awesome, doing awesome. I'm doing the show from my car in the parking lot to the ferry. I got up extra early to drive here to be able to do this from here today. That's how committed I am.
That is dedication and professionalism for you there, folks. We are very, very lucky to have Luannah.
Thanks, Sharon.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
how
jump
are
in.
you? Oh, good.
I am great. I'm really, really good.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
let's start off our show today with precious pigeons, Luannah.
She's pigeons. Yeah. So pigeons, I think they have a bad rap. So
Okay.
that's why I wanted to bring them up here today. I've always been an advocate for pigeons, even when I was younger, getting upset at people when they would shoo them away. I've always had a connection, and I used to rescue them often when I was a little girl.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, so and I even did that as an adult. I haven't had to rescue one for a while, but the last time I rescued one was in, Switzerland, I think. Yeah,
Wow.
and so pigeons, people take them for granted, but when you really look at them and you watch them, they have such a gentle presence. And we've made them out to be like the rats. They basically have a reputation as if they're rats on the street with wings, right? And they're anything but. And even in ancient Egypt, they were actually worshipped and seen
Really?
as messengers, and they were associated because they are also a dove. They just look different, but they are also a dove. And so they were associated with love and motherhood and the divine feminine, and they were messengers between the realms, often linked to the goddess Isis. This is something people don't know. When I discovered that in
Incredible.
my 20s, I was like, "Yes, that's why I like them. I know there's something special about them." And yeah, so historically, they've been a sacred bird. And, sometimes I look at, all the things that were once sacred and now they're not anymore. It's kinda like there's a trend of that, of the things that are once, holy, sacred, they kinda get diminished. And so pigeons, they are such loyal companions too, and they when I see them in the city and there's everything is hustle and bustle, and they're just like, "Mum, mum, 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 I'm just going my way. I'm being me." I'm being me. And they just have this grace and this tenderness with them for
They're
me. And
unaffected by the world around them.
yeah, but they give an example too of just presence for me. I mean, there's so many I look at nature for everything. For me, nature and all creation gives me a mirror back of a quality that I can cultivate in me, like an archetype or something like that, right? So the pigeon just knows how to just be itself. And I've seen pigeons with, like, feet cut off and things like that, and they've got these stubs, and they're just walking around, they're just doing their thing, and they're living, right? And for me, they're just such a beautiful creation when you look in their eyes too. And like in Greek and Roman mythology also, they were sacred to Aphrodite and Venus, again associated with love, devotion, and peace. So both the Romans and the Egyptians viewed pigeons that way. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, that is really incredible.
And then also we forget during the war and even back to the days of the ancient Persians, homing pigeons, they can find their way home even 1,000 miles away. Can you do that?
I can barely find my way home after a night out. Thank God for Uber.
Yeah, right? So that's another myth, they say, "Oh, stupid birds." I've heard people call them stupid birds, right? So
Yeah.
but they're very, very intelligent and they're very social again, and they can absorb information and they can track and they know where they gotta go. So, they served us so well and also in World War II. That's where they served with being homing pigeons, right?
Yes, the carrier pigeons, messenger pigeons.
Messenger pigeons, and even, um, the British awarded 32 pigeons the Dickon Medal.
Oh
The
my God.
animal the animal
Yeah.
equivalent of the Victoria Cross for bravery
Wow.
during wartime.
I didn't even know there was a is it the Dickon medal?
Dickon Medal.
Dickon medal. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was a that existed.
I didn't know that until I was doing some more research yesterday as well, right? So I thought that's a cool 32 pigeons received this award, which is the equivalent of the Victoria Cross for bravery in wartime.
Wow. I
Yeah,
know, I'm with Ron. Really? They had to name it Dickon, but, a few jokes came to mind, but this is a family show, so we'll
yeah, this
just
yeah,
we'll skip over those and continue on.
yeah. And another incredible fact is that studies show that pigeons can recognize themselves in mirrors.
What?
Yep.
How do they know that?
They
They
understand abstract concepts and even distinguish between different human faces and artistic
Mhm.
styles.
Yeah, there are other birds that can do that, distinguish between human faces, yeah.
But there aren't many. It's one of
Oh,
the few non-human animals that can do that mirror test, which is
that's
pretty
incredible,
cool.
hey?
So we have this beautiful creature that's just gracing our day when it walks by, or what one of my favorite things is when a whole swarm of them, they fly right above, and I just like, I'm like, "Oh my god, it's so beautiful." I just love them, right? You can tell. I just love pigeons. And I love them so much that, one of my pigeon stories is when I was living in Berlin, and this is after I was recovering from, finding my life back after a narcissistic abusive relationship and
Mhm.
redefining myself after some other things that took place, and I was working at a bakery, and I was starting to do self-care. And so what I did before my shift, one day I thought, "Today I'm gonna go buy myself a little apple pie and a coffee, and I'm gonna go sit at the park before I go to do my shift." One of those things.
Ron,
Are you
Ron,
the
are you the
lady?
lady at the
Yeah,
park feeding them?
totally, totally. Yeah,
He
yeah,
intuitively knew what was coming up.
totally, totally. And, but no, it's something even more, not just the food, right? So this was an act of self-care for me at that time, what I was going through. So I went and I got my pie and I got my coffee and I went to go to the park, and I needed to get on the SkyTrain. And so it's called the U-Bahn over there, but the SkyTrain. And I was standing on the platform, and I saw these people looking down just below where I am on the tracks, and there was a pigeon, confused and lost, caught in the rail, and there's a train gonna come pretty soon. I couldn't see it at the moment, so I actually jumped down, and I got the pigeon just in time.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was this did you do it without thinking, or was it
I
kind
just
of
did it. It was
scary,
just
a
my
little
instinct. It was just my I just what I and also what I saw in the pigeon, we project our own experience on the things we see in the world, right? They taste like chicken. Oh, Ron, you're
Oh, Ron,
horrible.
no.
That's like my husband talking about guinea pigs. When we met, I had a pet guinea pig, but in Peru, they eat guinea pigs, so he teases me like that all the time. So I'm used to that humor. So
Yeah.
but no, it was just like I really felt this immense empathy and compassion because I could, and I projected maybe my own situation on it a little bit too. I felt trapped and lost.
Oh,
And I felt and
wow.
I just wanted somebody to give me a hand, a hands up and help me. I mean, unconsciously that was there.
You
And
wanted
so
to be freed.
yeah, and so this pigeon
Mm.
was the mirror of that for me, and I just my heart was just like, "I can't just stand here and let the train come and kill it. I can't just do that." So I climbed down there's, like, stairs at the side where the service people can go down, and I went to go grab him, and then he started moving, and I said, "Hey," I said, there was a train actually starting to come by that point. I said, "Hey, you either come with me now or you're gone," and then in that moment, he let me grab him, and then and then I
It's now or never, bird. Let's
yeah, now
go.
or never bored, yeah. And so then I got him, and then I brought him up to the street level and got him some water and put him in a bush and then I left him there, but he was at least not squashed. Yeah, I thought that was not a way for that pigeon to go, and so
Oh, thank goodness.
that's the extent of my love. It was a little bit crazy, really, honestly, but also the depth of my compassion for, oh my god, and I can't imagine that it would get hit right in front of me, I just I couldn't even tolerate that possibility. So,
What
yeah.
did the people around you do? Did they clap? Did they cheer? Did they
Yeah, they
go, "Oh my
cheered.
god,
The
he's nuts," or what happened?
one of the SkyTrain people started saying, "Hey, get out of there! The train's coming!"
You're like, "Just a minute, just a minute."
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a crazy bird lady. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Ron. Totally crazy. But it worked out and, the bird survived, and I don't know what happened after I was put outside, but it had a fair chance, right?
Yes,
And that's
exactly. You
what was
gave it
important.
you gave it Oh, I see
Oh,
your
my
puppy
puppy's
in
here.
the
Yeah, he's in the
back.
back with me in the car.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. And I've
Oh,
always had birds my whole life too. I
have you
grew up with
really?
budgies. Yeah, I grew up with budgies. And then, I guess it was when I moved back to Canada 24 years ago, I guess it was in the second year, I had a cat that I adopted, and I went to go get my cat food, and then I overheard people saying that their dog found a lovebird on the road,
Aw.
and they needed to find a home. And so I got my first lovebird, my lovebird here in Canada, and then from there I started adopting lovebirds from the tropical bird sanctuary here, and so I have 3 conures right now as well.
Now, some people classify pigeons as lovebirds. I've heard that before.
I Yeah, I could do that too. I feel lots of love from them.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
they
As
are.
you've been speaking about them, I was like, "They are your lovebird, aren't they?"
Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I have 3 conures right now. One of them was my sister's who passed away 4 years ago, and then my mom inherited her, and then we brought my mom out here for her last year and a half of life. So we brought Bonzo too, and
Mhm.
so now she passed, so Bonzo's mine, and then I had purchased the other 2 conures in memory of my sister when she passed because she had Bonzo. So now I have 3 beautiful conures as well, and they're just magical creatures. I just love birds. They're
Oh,
so
that's beautiful.
intelligent, they're way more intelligent, they really build relationship like people can't imagine, like a dog, they're phenomenal beings. Yeah,
Mhm. Yes, very
yeah,
spiritual beings. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you, Luana. That was a really informative segment on pigeons. I did not know about the Dickens medal. I did not know they can find their way home from 1,000 miles away. Very, very cool.
And that they
Thank
were
you.
worshipped in Egypt
Yes,
and also
yes.
in Romans by the goddess
Revered.
Isis and Aphrodite. So now, from now on, when you see pigeons,
Whole new
hey,
perspective.
hey, Isis,
Yeah,
connect to that divine feminine energy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we go any further, let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. We'll find out where you can watch us live and where you can listen to us. So you can watch us live at Kick, YouTube, and Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting, at Twitch at RI_broadcasting, and at X at Broadcasting RI. So that's where you can catch us live. So if you want to listen to us, you can go to Spotify, Red Circle, tune in, iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. And then you can also see us or listen to us on MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Patreon, Parlor, Space Hay, Gab at RI Broadcasting. So yeah, you can find us pretty much anywhere. Oh, and Facebook, please support our Facebook page.
Yes, please
We
support our
got
Facebook page.
we got sucker punched a while ago and lost our Facebook page. So please come follow us, share everything, and you can find us on Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show. And then
Awesome.
you can support the show at RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. So you can find us basically anywhere there's a platform. Ron does a really good job at getting us out there and making sure we're accessible. So now something really fun. We have a new monthly voting
Mm.
for 60s movies. So your choices this
Oh,
month are The Sound of Music, Psycho, Mary Poppins, 2001 Space Odyssey, or The Great Escape. And Ron has added a new feature this month, which is really, really cool. He's added a QR code. So get out your phones, easy to vote, easy. Go on to
cool.
RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net, get out your phone, and
Awesome.
just use the QR code. Life is great. And you can
Awesome.
vote for your favorite. What is your favorite, Luana, out of The Sound of Music, Psycho, Mary Poppins, 2001 A Space Odyssey, or The Great Escape?
I'm tossed between 2001: Space Odyssey and Mary Poppins.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Completely contrasting kind of movies, but both
Yeah.
of them. I've got a very wide variety of movies that I like to watch. I can watch almost anything. I don't do horror. But
No, I don't either.
I can watch almost anything. Yeah. Yeah,
I
but I
did
really
watch
love Mary
Psycho back
Poppins.
in the day.
We need
So
more Mary
kind of.
Poppins. Yeah. We need more Mary Poppins in the world today.
Yes, we
We need
do.
we need
You're
a
right.
little sprinkle of her. A sprinkle of Mary Poppins in our soul. We need that. It's so important. She was awesome.
Everyone can use a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
Okay,
And you,
so
which one do you what one do are
you
you
know what?
attracted to?
Actually, I'm leaning towards The Great Escape. Yeah,
I haven't seen that, so I'm gonna have to watch it to see how it
yeah.
is.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
a
haven't seen
great
Yeah?
movie. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I haven't seen it in years and years and years, but at the time it was really good, and I'm a huge Robert Redford fan. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like Robert Redford too, so I might like
mhm.
that one as well. Right.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, yep, yep. All
Awesome.
right, now onward and upward. Well, onward, anyways. So for my segment, I'm going to do the spiritual symbolism of birds.
Oh, beautiful. And there's
So,
another pigeon. It's a dove, but it's a pigeon, basically.
yeah, because I thought, especially with you, we can
Aw.
discuss the spirituality, and birds have carried the spiritual meaning across space and time because they move between the earth and the sky, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
they're like a connecting force,
mhm. They cross
and
the realms, like they said in Egypt, right? They're messengers
exactly.
across the realms.
Yeah. So they are specifically designed for this. So it's amazing how we have, like you say, we've lost that meaning for birds.
Mhm,
But so, yeah, birds as messengers. There are
mm,
many traditions where birds are seen as messengers, and they can be symbolize the guidance, reassurance, or spiritual awakening. And when they appear during emotional moments, they can be viewed as confirmation
mhm,
of a
mhm,
realization or comfort for
mhm,
what you're experiencing in the moment. So
mhm, mhm.
that's really cool as well.
That's very cool.
So we'll start. I know we're both Canadians. It's a Canadian show today, but I thought we would start with the US version because we are on a US broadcasting network. So we'll
They
start with
sure
the eagle.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I got lots of eagles here. We got
Do-
lots of eagles here.
Yeah,
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 right in
Vancouver is
front of our house on the trees. They perch right there on the trees and they fish right in front of us and everything. It's
beautiful.
pretty
You've got an
magical.
amazing spot there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're really, really, really blessed. Yeah.
Well, I would imagine you consciously chose it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's a story one day to share. It's pretty magical. It'll give hope to people who have dreams that think it's impossible. It's a pretty good story. I just gotta
Awesome.
close my window here.
I look forward to hearing that. Okay, so the eagle, vision and higher perspective, that's what it symbolizes. So
Yes.
it symbolizes strength, truth, courage, and divine connection,
Yes.
and represents rising above fear to see the bigger picture. Because
Yes.
that's always when we're in the moment and we're afraid and we're, you know,
Mhm.
tense and uptight, rising above it and taking a look at the bigger picture can really helps. And
Yeah.
it's amazing that an eagle symbolizes that.
And
And it's
also
Mhm.
sorry,
No,
don't
no,
wanna
no, yeah, go ahead. No, no, no.
but what's amazing about the eagle is they have both the capacity to narrow in and
Right?
expand.
Mhm.
So they do
Yes,
both, which is I
yes.
find really cool in eagle medicine, right? So sometimes we need to narrow in to go for what we want.
Mhm.
But if we go too narrow, then they're gonna hit the ground, right? So you gotta have that expansive space to also observe. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
a little piece of the eagle that I really love to
Focus is
find.
definitely an advantage in everyday life and for birds for sure.
Yeah.
But that's how eagles find their prey, right?
Mhm,
They
mhm.
focus in, they narrow in, and they go down, get it, and then they can expand
Yeah.
once they're done their lunch.
Yeah.
And eagles are also associated with prayer, prophecy, and leadership.
Mhm, mhm.
Leadership doesn't surprise me at all because
Yeah,
they are, a very majestic presence. So that screams leadership
yes.
among, in the in the bird world. And the message we receive from eagles is that you're meant to rise higher than your current view,
Yes.
which is really cool.
Yes.
Very cool. And
Beautiful.
so doves was my second.
Oh, cool.
And as you said, they're a symbol of peace, love, purity, and renewal. Also renewal as well, which is very, very
Yes.
cool.
And the
And
promise. Remember, it's a dove that came with an olive branch after Noah's Ark, symbolically in the story,
yes,
right? To say there's new land, right? So it's a symbol of hope and promise that there's a new beginning awaiting us.
I have a
Yeah.
question for you. When you chose your current residence, did you see any doves?
Actually, not enough. We do have down here at the
Okay.
ferry terminal, there's pigeons and things like that, but no, I don't have any doves near where I am. Lots of eagles,
Okay.
lots of ravens.
I just thought with your love for them, maybe when you were viewing the property, you said, "Oh my gosh, there's a dove. We are home." You know?
Oh, yeah, no, an eagle. It was an eagle, seeing the
You know?
eagles and
Okay.
otters. We have a family of 9 otters. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that
that
is really
come out.
cool.
So otters for me are their medicine of play and balanced feminine energy, and so for me, the otters and the nature, the trees, I mean, the place is so magical. It was beyond, beyond, beyond anything. I gotta share this one day when we're together. I can share the
Yes,
story. Yeah, you'll love it.
I can hardly wait. But I'd like to discuss how otters are associated with the divine feminine as well, but yeah, we'll save that for another day. But I look forward to going a little more in depth on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, doves, of course, as you know, they appear in moments of forgiveness, healing, or reconciliation. And in many faith traditions, they represent the Holy Spirit.
Mhm.
They
Yes,
signify safety and peace.
yes.
So, yes. So that was really good. I'm glad you chose doves.
Beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful.
It really tied in nicely. That's awesome.
That's awesome, and I can't see these white doves without thinking of Touched by an Angel, right? It's one of my favorite shows.
Oh,
Right? There's always the dove,
yes.
right?
I
The white
forgot
dove is there.
about Touched by an Angel. And of course, Prince. We can't forget
About which?
about Prince, the Prince
Prince.
song.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's
I love
true.
Prince.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Thanks, Ron.
I love that song.
Yes, it's a good
When
song.
Doves Cry, right? Yeah, awesome.
All
Beautiful.
right, from doves to ravens, raisins. I'm hungry. Can you tell?
Yeah, me too. I haven't eaten yet.
I haven't eaten either. Oh my goodness, from doves to ravens, mystery and transformation. They're the guardian of the unknown and the unseen. I
Mm,
didn't realize that. They symbolize deep transformation, magic, and creation from darkness. They
yeah,
appear during endings, shadow work, and spiritual rebirth.
beautiful.
So I've got a question for you since you have a lot of knowledge about birds. Are ravens and crows, are they different or are they similar?
They have a bit of a similar look to them. Ravens are like 3 times the size. They're huge.
Okay.
They're massive, and their beak is much thicker and denser, obviously, too, but just a bit of a different, and it's longer than a crow's beak from what I've observed here. Yeah.
During Christmas, I go to my brother's, which is a 6-hour drive, and I saw ravens all over the place. They were like just flying in the air as I was driving down the highways. It was like, and I mean, there are a lot. There are a lot in Manitoba, so
Yeah,
it's not unusual to see them. That's for
yeah,
sure.
and
But yeah,
what I've learned is they have a very detailed language, like something like, don't quite, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, like 32 different sounds to communicate
really.
different messages to each other. Yeah,
Well,
it was
they can differentiate facial features as well. They have facial
yes,
recognition.
yes, yes,
Yes.
and
And one time I was on my deck and in my backyard, and there was a squirrel that always just came and beaked off and
yeah,
ran around, and I always just talked to it and whatever.
yeah,
And you know, the ravens were always around the backyards because we had a lot of trees and things. And one day, a stray dog, for some reason, the gate was open and the dog got in the backyard and was coming at me, kind of, and barking and growling, and a raven came down and
wow, and
attacked
protected you,
the dog. Yeah,
intervened.
because I
Wow.
always talk to the birds, and I'm out there having
Yeah, oh,
coffee,
and they
chatting with
totally they know
all
it.
the wildlife, and
Totally, yeah. You
Yeah,
and me we were both Snow Whites and Mary Poppins. We both got Snow White and Mary Poppins in us.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to know. I didn't realize that they appear during endings, shadow work, and spiritual rebirth. I really, really,
Oh.
and the message is to trust the unseen path unfolding.
Yeah,
So
trust the
that's really
mystery.
cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, beautiful.
Yes. So that makes it even more special that I saw so many of them when I was driving home from
Oh,
my brother's
beautiful,
Christmas time. Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
beautiful.
truly, truly beautiful. Okay, so I'll do a couple more and then we'll finish up. Do you want to talk about the owl, the hummingbird, or the phoenix? You
Oh,
choose. You choose.
well, I like all of them.
Me too. That's
Yeah, so owl, we have lots of owls here, we have lots of hummingbirds, and, yeah,
yes.
and we ourselves are phoenixes, so
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
I know we've both risen from many ashes.
We
Uh,
keep reinventing and rebirth the
yeah,
cycle.
it
Yeah.
looks like Ron wants to focus on owls,
Does
so
he?
more of
Okay.
owls, yeah,
So
he's owls,
sure.
yeah,
All right, Ron, that's a great choice. So owls, of course, wisdom, right?
yeah.
And truth. And they
Mhm,
represent intuition, insight, and seeing beyond the illusion.
yes,
So they show up when truth is ready to be revealed,
yes,
and they're the guardian of sacred knowledge and transitions.
yes,
And what
yes.
do you know about owls, Luana?
Well, I know from, like, was it Artemis? One of the Greek goddesses, they had an owl on her shoulder,
Oh,
and the
yes.
owl helped her to see what her human eyes could not see, so she could see the greater truth. So I know the same things that it's about seeing the truth, the broader picture,
Mhm.
and, there's also a stealth with owls,
Yes,
right?
they are
So
hunters.
and even if we take out they're hunters, but just the
Mm.
stealth of sometimes when they move between the trees in our property, I'm like, "How are they doing that?" How and they're so silent, so you're lucky to see an owl if you see one, right? So that energy of stealth, of being able to maneuver, right? To get where you want, to do what you want, to get your food, whatever it is, but that energy of stealth I find really incredible.
And
Like,
if you do see an owl and they land very gently.
oh, totally.
Like
Yeah,
some birds come in and land on a tree branch, and the tree branch just like you
no,
can tell that bird has landed. An
yeah,
owl just comes in, glides softly, and lands gently,
yeah,
and yeah, it's pretty incredible to watch actually. And you're
yeah.
right, you don't see a lot of owls around.
Yeah,
You hear them
no.
at night sometimes, but you don't see them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ron
so
says he knows it takes owls 3 bites to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
oh, cool
So
detail.
clearly one got his
Is that from Harry Potter, or how do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know. If you could elaborate, Ron, that would be great. Uh, and of course, finding feathers. We'll finish up with this.
Yeah,
It's often seen as a sign of spiritual support.
yeah,
White means protection and peace.
yes,
Black is mystery and transformation. Oh, that's really good.
yeah,
Blue is communication and truth, and brown is grounding and stability. So the different colors of feathers also
beautiful,
represent different messages from
beautiful,
spirits. So, yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, it's a commercial. Ron says you never saw that commercial. No, sorry,
I don't
Ron.
remember it. Yeah,
Nope,
no, no.
nope.
One bird that comes to mind, because 'cause I'm here on the island, that a lot of people don't know about is the turkey vulture.
Okay.
And the turkey vulture in First Nations teachings is actually called the peace eagle. Because it doesn't kill anything, it just scavenges.
Okay. What
Yeah,
is a turkey vulture?
it's a big black bird with a red head, it's like a vulture, they're called turkey vultures, so the body
Oh,
looks a bit like a turkey, and it's
yeah.
got a red head, yeah, with that red skin that comes down, and
Mhm.
so what they do is they scavenge. So but they're called peace eagles, which I thought was really beautiful, it gives them a beautiful energy, 'cause, like, no, they just do the cleanup work. They don't kill anything, they don't harm anything. They're the cleaners, right? And
Okay.
so I thought of them a few times while you were talking, so I thought to bring them in and honor them too, because they 'cause they're quite interesting creatures. Their head is tiny, like, super tiny, and their body is humongous. If you look up a picture of them, they're quite interesting looking birds. Yeah.
Interesting. They're the housekeepers.
And we got lots of them. We got lots of them here on the island. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay. So, spiritual symbolism of birds. That was interesting. Thank you for your input, Luana.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you too. That's awesome.
And now you're going to teach us about the power of pause.
The power of pause. Yeah. So in our culture here, specifically in North America, we look at pausing and relaxing, as being lazy, as being, not effective, not getting things done, right? But the power of pause actually has the opposite effect. It actually can make us more effective. It can make us more present, because when we keep pause, not pause, yeah. My
Not like the
pause,
pause in the back seat.
yeah, no, I was just about to say, like, the pause in the back seat, like Pono, right? So, our nervous system needs to downshift in
Mhm,
order to function properly, right? And for the most part, our society is go, 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 do, 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 but there's no be. There's no beingness, right? So the power of pause, and I had a beautiful power of pause moment last night when I took my pup for a walk at Montague. It's the beautiful beach here, and I went at dusk, and it was just the light, the colors. I can send a picture. It was just magnificent. And my life is very full with going back and forth to the city because my husband, has his home there too, and we have our place here because helping raise his, my our son there who's from his previous marriage. So we have a very beautifully blended family. So we go back and forth all the time, and I have a worker here who helps me. So my life is very busy, very, very, very busy. And
mm,
so it was like I felt like I had my first really deep pause moment in a very long time. And that's where the thought came to just, like, to bring that in today of the reminder, you know, like, not just for 2 minutes, although 2 minutes, they say, can help re-regulate your nervous system and also lessen cortisol levels, even if you can just do 2 minutes, it's good.
mhm.
But to take a little bit more time to just be present. I turned off my phone, so there's no frequency around me either, and I just sat there with my pup and watched the birds fly and saw the stars slowly coming out and the lap of the water, and this is the nourishment that really helps us, and we've grown so far away from nature, generally speaking, in the city, the working cultures, that we're missing out
Yes.
on that nurturance and that support that's there. Right? I remember when I lived in Bangkok and I taught English there. And, you'd go into Bangkok, you go out the street, and 5 minutes later, you'd just scratch your arm and you have black. It was like totally dirty, no trees, no nothing. But I had to catch a bus and I would walk around and I found this one spot, like, to go to work. And then I found this one little patch of grass.
Mhm. It's like gold, little piece of gold
I
right
would
there.
go to my bus earlier to take my flip-flops off and just stand and ground on the grass.
People were probably like, "What is she doing?"
Yoko! Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been told I'm from another planet by many people. In the past, it hurt me, now it's a compliment, but like, nature, the power of nature, to just sit by a tree. There were pigeons, I hope.
Pigeons.
No, there weren't pigeons in Bangkok, no.
No.
God bless, they would probably eat them if they were there. That's
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
so the food is very different there, but, yeah, but so the power of pause, to not underestimate, letting yourself rest, letting yourself even have an afternoon nap,
Without feeling
right?
guilty, and that's the
Without
thing.
feeling guilty, to see that doing that is actually a part of your effectiveness and your progress. It will serve you to even do your work better and live your life better and find, solutions. Because also another moment where the power of pause is important is when we're triggered.
Yes.
Because if we don't harness that moment of pause to take a breath and just, wait a minute, let me just realign myself here, then what ends up happening is we just loop in our regular reactive mode until we exhaust ourselves.
Mhm.
And then we come back and say, oh, what happened? Right?
Spiral.
right? You spiral, and then we get so exhausted, we land back in ourselves. We're like, oh, well, oh, I don't know. I guess I just had a mood, but we don't do anything to interrupt it, right? So then we exhaust ourselves with those trigger reactions. And nowadays, people are triggered like dozens of times a day,
Oh, fight or
right?
flight continually,
Dozens of
and it's
times.
not
There's
healthy.
our nervous systems are just, they're overtaxed with all the different news, all the tragedies, all this or that. We don't get enough good news. We have to seek out the good news if we want to find it. So all of our nervous systems are overtaxed. And so that's why it's even more important to harness that moment of pause. Otherwise, we are constantly filling our body with adrenaline and cortisol.
Oh,
And
damaging.
and it takes 14 hours for one shot of adrenaline from one stress moment to process, to get out of your body.
You're kidding. I didn't realize that. Holy smokes,
14 hours. So
that's a
people
long
have
time.
insomnia now.
Yes.
Makes sense, right?
Mhm.
So you have two stressful situations where you get that jolt of cortisol. Well, you've got 28 hours your body needs to process.
Is there anything you can do to process it quicker or to bring your
Breath
body
work.
back, regulate?
Breath work, like the heart math that I teach too, the heart math method. That's a way to help regulate and bring your body, your nervous system into a more coherency and a better baseline. So the breath work is, for me, the mother of all medicines, right? When we breathe, because as soon as we take a deep breath, our nervous system equates that with, I'm safe.
Yes.
And even more so if we take a deep breath with a relaxed jaw.
Oh, okay.
Because when we were kids and we felt safe, until we didn't anymore, but when we felt safe, we were walking around with a full belly of breath and drool dripping out of our mouth,
You're
because
right.
our jaws were relaxed. We were at ease. So there's a code to hack in our biology by doing the inhale and exhaling with a relaxed jaw. It just takes you deeper. That's one of the things I teach my clients. And so in a trigger, the moment that I can even just the moment I say, oops, I'm triggered, that's already enough of an interruption. And then I
Yes.
got to take a deep breath. And then that's when I can find the actual solution for what I need. But if I let myself go and get lost in the reaction, I'm
Right.
actually removing my capacity to find a solution. So
And
it's not serving me.
you're reacting rather than responding. If you take that pause, take that breath,
Yeah.
then like you say, you can find the solution and you can respond as
Yeah.
opposed to react and start the spiral. And
Yeah.
then, dig your way back out of it after.
Exactly.
Eliminate that portion. And one thing that Greg Braden had taught us that has stayed with me and I've used on numerous occasions. If you're in a situation where you're feeling agitated, angry, upset, or in fight or flight mode, you're scared,
Hmm.
just put your fingers over your heart center
Yeah.
gently
Yeah.
and connect to your vagus nerve. And
Yes. Yes.
just close your eyes and breathe for about 3 minutes. Just
Yes.
deep breath in, deep breath
Yes.
out, and just
Yes.
relax. Because
Yeah.
as soon as if you do that for 3 minutes, it re regulates your system
Yes.
and it tells your body you're safe, you're
Exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
everything's going to be fine.
You've got
So
this. You can
I've
do
I've
that.
been places like in board meetings and things and things get heated and whatever. I just excuse
Mhm.
myself, go to the bathroom, do my regulation for my 3 minutes, come back. All right,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Because when you're managing
Beautiful.
businesses and things, you have to be diplomatic and you have to respond, not react. So
Yes.
it's
Yes. And
I've that numerous occasions.
yeah,
Yeah,
so reactions, they rob us. They rob
absolutely.
us of our solutions. It becomes harder and harder to find a solution the more we react. So
And then you become seen as argumentative and people don't want to deal with you.
yeah. Yeah.
And in a professional setting, you can't have it.
Yeah.
Either that or people will acquiesce and say, "Oh, yes, not a problem, da da da." But then behind your back, they're like, "No way," and they're circumventing and coming up with a new plan anyway. So, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
it's just you dig yourself a hole if you're not responding when you're in a
Mhm.
professional setting.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, it's important. It's also important to allow humanity, and then we correct ourselves if we lose it, right? Because we do sometimes.
Well, exactly. I'm not saying I was perfect for sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah, we do lose it sometimes, and so
yeah,
but as long as we have the awareness that, "Oh my god, I'm compromised right now.
yes, yeah,
Something has activated me,"
Mhm.
And because I'm activated, I'm not myself. And so that's a moment to do the pause, to breathe, or the heart math. I don't know if you've ever looked into the heart math. You might really enjoy that. It's a system that was designed to use it in the moment where you are, so you don't have to go to a bathroom. So you can actually implement it right in the moment. You don't have to leave the room. So it's a very,
Awesome.
very, very powerful technique. Yeah, and
Great. I look forward to that
scientifically,
conversation as well.
yeah, scientifically developed and proven. It's incredible. When they did the studies, just to finish this off,
Mhm.
what they did is they wanted to study, people who had high stress and then where it would drop quickly. So they practiced on police officers and
Wow.
firemen.
Firefin. Oh, yes.
So
Mhm.
what they did is they had them wear monitors for the first 3 months so they could just they could see what are their baselines, each of their normal baseline, what happens in a trigger, how long does it take for them to come back to their baseline. Then they taught them the heart math technique and got them to practice it every day for 3 months, at least morning and night, if not implementing to the day as well, but at least morning and night. Then they put the monitors on them again and they monitored what is the time difference. So in the
Yeah.
beginning, it took up to 4 hours on average for their nervous system to come to their normal baseline.
Wow. Wow.
After 3 months of practicing the heart math, only 20 minutes on average.
And during that 4 hours, when they were in that 4-hour bracket, they would have multiple other calls, other situations that would elevate them again, so they would never really
Possibly.
come back down,
Possibly, I
potentially.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
po potentially. So
Mhm.
what I don't know if they looked at how many calls, but they did look at on the average that 20 minutes was the average time it took them to come back to their baseline.
Nice.
And not only that, it helped build a bigger buoyancy baseline so that their nervous system was more adaptable, so it wasn't so shocked when things happened. So it's a
Yes.
really, really beautiful technique.
They weren't so elevated when things happened.
Yeah, they didn't go
Yeah.
too strong into the hyper arousal, right? Yeah,
We also are a culture of, we have feelings of guilt associated with taking that moment, having that
yeah,
afternoon nap, sitting in the evening and just like my sister-in-law loves to crochet and
yeah,
knit, and
beautiful.
that's her, she de-stresses that way.
Mhm.
And so she just sits at night and knits and makes things for people,
Beautiful. It's a
and
beautiful
it's
practice.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah,
but not enough of us give ourselves the permission,
yeah.
because if we have an afternoon nap, it's a guilty pleasure, and we almost feel like we have to apologize for it. No,
Mhm, mhm.
that's self-care, and your body needs it.
Yeah,
So indulge, enjoy.
yeah, go for it, and even meditation, they've
Mm,
actually seen that it grows gray matter in our brain.
yes.
So we actually grow our brain through meditation. So we grow our capacity to encounter life. It's pretty magical, and, sometimes, people say, "Oh, it's too magical, it's not real," but it's magical in a real way. It's phenomenal. Being alive is magical, quite
Oh
honestly.
my gosh.
I
And
can't even
meditation does so many things for us, but
Yeah,
another real benefit is it
yeah.
increases or heightens our immune system.
Yep, yes, it does. Yeah,
Dr. Joe Dispenza did, studies on the coronavirus and meditators, and they would take their blood. They weren't actually injecting the human. They would
right,
take their blood, and people who didn't meditate inject the coronavirus and watch it multiply. And then they took beginning, intermediate, and advanced meditators and did the
okay.
same. And if you meditate on a regular basis,
Yeah.
you're, I don't want to say you're completely immune to it, but you
No,
have a real
but
heightened immunity.
you're
And
stronger.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I never got it. I
Yeah,
didn't I didn't get it, but I meditated
yeah,
every day
yeah,
during that
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and not specifically for that because I didn't know that. I didn't realize it was increasing my immune system, but I just enjoy it. I
yeah,
love meditation,
yeah,
and,
yeah, me
yeah,
too.
so after that study was published, I was like, "Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
there's
that's
some
why."
confirmation. That's why you
Yeah,
did that. Yeah.
yeah,
And
maybe
just one
that's
more
why I didn't
little
perceive it. Mhm, sorry.
yeah, one more little metaphor is like music. What makes the next note powerful is the pause before,
Right.
right? So that's what makes the note powerful, is the pause in between. And that's what gives us power too in our own symphony of life and our creations and how we interact, and yeah. So,
That is beautiful and so, so true. Took me to Beethoven right off the bat.
Okay, yeah.
He was a master of the pause.
Yes, yes.
Mhm,
Oh, totally. That's true.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was really good. Thank you.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
that actually ties into my next segment as well. So, like, we are really in tune today.
Yay, beautiful. Nice flow.
Yes. It doesn't sound like it, but it's welcome to the aquatic narcotic era. I it
Interesting. I saw that title, like, what is that? Yeah.
it is literally shocking. It shocked
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So in the UK, researchers found cocaine in every single shrimp tested in England's waterways. Every single shrimp had cocaine. They also had
No.
ketamine, Xanax, Valium, as well as banned pesticides and other harmful consumer products.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So that's why I say welcome to the aquatic narcotic era.
Wow.
Yes. The sea is not
Oh,
okay. It's like, holy moly.
wow.
So I
Wow.
laugh because what else can you do? But Ron says, "Are
Wow.
you serious?" Yes, I am serious, 100%.
Wow. That is
So,
well, they are the garbage eaters, the bottom feeders and all that as well, right? So I don't know, do those
well,
elements end up, like, being heavier elements in the water perhaps that go
I don't
down?
know.
Or I wonder how that is,
Well,
'cause you
this is in Britain, but,
yeah,
I would imagine North America, we're suffering or we're experiencing it as well, right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So they
Wow.
say when two British universities embarked on a study to analyze the presence of micropollutants, that's what they were looking for in aquatic
Yeah.
wildlife, they found something they did not expect. Like
Wow.
they didn't expect to have shrimp on cocaine. I mean, come on. If
Holy
they
moly.
were playing university bingo, shrimp on cocaine was not a square on their card, I'm pretty
Oh my
sure.
that's a good one, Sharon. That's a good one.
So, researchers from the King's College in London and the University of Suffolk found illicit drugs. And though the study's focus did include both illicit drugs and medicines in its quest to assess how consumer products are negatively affecting rivers, freshwaters, and natural environments, finding the drugs was still a shock.
Wow.
So,
I
um,
imagine. Holy cow.
oh my God, like the waters are so polluted to the point that every single sample of freshwater shrimp contain trace amounts of cocaine.
Wow. Just think of the shrimp eaters, and they have mood shifts, and they don't know why. If they got the Xanax and all that stuff in there. You
Shrimp. Oh
wow.
God, I love seafood. Seafood, lobster and crab, like all the bottom feeders are my
Right.
favorite. So no
Oh,
wonder. Yeah.
wow.
They said that they might expect it to see these in urban areas such as London, but not in smaller, more rural catchments. So the
Mm,
fact that what was really shocking to me is that, oh yeah, we would expect to see this in urban areas. No. What?
yeah,
No,
why
we
is that
wouldn't
even
expect to
accept
see this
like
anywhere.
yeah, yeah,
What is
yeah.
going on?
Wow. Wow.
Oh, so
Bless.
they collected samples from 5 catchment areas and 15 various sites, and, they the presence of ketamine, Valium, Xanax, and other pesticides was widespread among the shrimp as
Wow.
well. Yeah.
Wow.
So they
Wow.
focused on shrimp,
If it's there,
but
it's gonna be in the crabs and the other
oh,
bottom
yeah.
fish for sure too, right?
They say it's in trace amounts, but still,
Yeah.
I'm no, none of the seafood agreed to this. They did not give their consent.
No.
So,
No.
but,
Wow.
so what this to me indicates is that it's a reflection of society as a whole,
Mhm.
and we're globally, right? People are stressed out. They are, yeah, the guy on the corner selling shrimp.
Imagine the guy in the corners. Oh, Ron, you got
Well, imagine the guy on the corner buying the shrimp, Ron. Come on.
yeah. Yeah, that's true too. Good one, Sharon. Yeah. Yeah, touche.
But
Uh,
to me, it's a greater reflection. It's a statement of society as a whole, and
yeah,
it's sad. It's
yeah,
unsettling
yeah.
because what they're reflecting back to us is the fact that we're medicating ourselves heavily with cocaine, anxiety meds, sedatives, and it's a complete societal mirror.
Yeah.
So again, it connects back to it's okay to take a pause. It's okay to
Yeah.
take a breath
Yeah.
because everyone's spiraling. There's so much pressure, so much.
Yeah. And
Uh, yeah, go ahead.
and what that reflects to me too is just the immense disconnect people have to actually living and being alive.
Yes. Yes.
Cocaine, all these medicines, they are about numbing out of life
Mhm.
because there's trauma and there's pain that people don't know how to handle because
Exactly.
we're not given the tools,
That's
right? I
right.
mean, the tools are available, but they're not in the everyday mainstream for most people. They don't know. People just live their life and they think, "Okay, this is life, so I'm gonna numb out." So it reflects a deep disconnect from life itself, from the soul of life, you know, God, spirit, Gaia, however way, but that innate intelligence that is beating your heartbeat, mine right now, it's beating everybody's heartbeat, it's there, right? And in the ancient cultures, there was always that connection, and for me, it's like this generation feels to be the most distant from that kind of a connection or understanding that there is a force of energy and consciousness that we are a part of that is beyond us, but also us at the same
Well,
time, right?
and the disconnection stems from electronics, from having a cell phone in their hand. I mean, how many times have you gone into a restaurant and saw young kids and they're all sitting on their cell
Well, that's
phone?
a big
They're not
it's a big
talking.
part of it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
big part of it. Yeah, for
and families too.
yeah.
Like the parents are on their cell phones, the kids they sometimes they have an iPad or something. And so no, there's a complete disconnect. We're losing
Yeah,
the family unit.
yeah.
So people aren't raised with that connection. They're not raised with the love and affection and connection that I mean, lots of us weren't raised with the love and affection and connection, but there was still connection there with our siblings or,
And there was
we
no,
Mhm.
go on, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And there was room to pause, to
Yes,
reflect.
yes,
Like, what you're saying about the technology, it's taking that pause of reflection, because reflection and contemplation is how we evolve. That's how we grow,
hence meditation.
and hence meditation, and if we don't have that in our world, we can't grow, we can't evolve, we end up running on a closed circuit of our mind,
Mhm.
connecting to nothing else, and then that's why we need to numb out, that's why we need to escape, because we don't know how to evolve anymore, but we need that space and that pause to reflect and contemplate in order to be able to have that inner peace that's really lasting and true, not the temporary fixes, right?
Exactly, exactly. Instead, a lot of society runs on the feeling of being overwhelmed, stressed out, exhausted.
Yeah,
And, if you're in a certain, friend group or, your group of peers where people don't get help. "Suck it up, princess." How many times have you heard that,
oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
just, "Nobody else is I don't know why you're spiraling. Nobody else is. Smarten up." So
yeah,
you can't even validate your feelings in
yeah,
some peer groups, right? So
yes, yeah,
stepping out of that and getting help for yourself wouldn't wouldn't be deemed as a positive thing to do, right?
yeah,
You'd be
yeah,
ridiculed,
yeah,
potentially ridiculed for that.
yes,
And,
yeah,
but please, anybody who's watching this and listening to it, give
yes.
yourself the grace. If you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out and you are self-medicating, not that there's nothing wrong with having medication if you need it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a good bridge, but as long as it's just a
But
bridge,
right,
really, because
don't
there's
build a house there.
yeah,
Walk the
it's
bridge,
hard
but don't
stuff.
build a house there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard stuff.
Get yourself
Yeah,
some help. Go to counseling, go to, like there's so many
coaching,
places.
mentoring, yeah,
Coaching, yeah.
and
And
now the poor shrimp are suffering because of all the medicine, it's incredible.
exactly. Yeah,
Wow.
stay away from the shrimp unless you like your cocaine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So many
Yeah.
layers to life and living, hey? It's
There is,
incredible.
but I just feel sad for society that we are affecting our marine life
Yeah,
because
sorry. Yeah,
like you say, we are we're going away from grounding, from Gaia, from, our connection to the universe, to Mother Earth, to nature.
Yeah.
And that is what sustains us. That is what, helps us recharge, rejuvenate, re-energize, and calm in a calming way.
And to
And
know
especially
ourself. Yeah.
absolutely to know thyself. Like you go in when you're meditating and you just learn. It's amazing. It's just an amazing transformation. And I cannot say how much stress enough how much meditation has helped me in my life.
Yeah.
Got me through
Likewise.
some really difficult times. The quantum that's really where we live. This is just a 3D experiment. Like
Yes.
seriously, we're just playing here.
Yes. Absolutely. Hey, Ron said he had a surprise top 5 if we wanted
Oh,
to do that.
sure.
So I still got 20 minutes, 15 minutes before my ferry, gets here.
Okay.
So go for
Sure.
it.
Yeah, let's do a surprise top 5, Ron. Why
Thank you,
not?
Sharon. No, this was an awesome talk. Yeah.
All
Awesome.
right. I'm in.
All right.
Welcome to the show, Ron.
Oh, and I messed it up.
Oh,
wait,
doves fly. Look
wait,
out.
wait.
He's still
No,
sitting.
wait,
He's still referencing Prince.
I don't think I had the right
Dove
graphic.
cry, sorry.
If it ever loads, that would be nice. There we go.
There we go.
All right, I got my top 5 favorite birds.
All right.
Oh, beautiful.
My personal favorites.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm not going to go through a whole list of all kinds of birds. I think we all know, most of the kinds of birds out there. I do have to say, though, a dove did not make my list.
All right.
Wow.
Did not make the list.
I'm
Wow.
But
shocked and appalled.
honorable mention, hummingbird. Hummingbirds made the list. I think they're so fascinating because they can just hover. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and they're so small, but they look like birds.
Yeah.
It's not like this bug. Oh, there's people there.
The fairy's getting close to coming.
So hummingbird made the list. Andean flamingos.
Flamingos.
Right?
Beautiful. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm secure enough that I can say that I do like flamingos. I think they're impressive. They can stand on that one leg forever.
They are incredible birds.
That's pretty nice. Yeah. And they look great.
Mm-hmm. Where I live in Winnipeg, the area that I live in is called Transcona. And when you buy a house or whatever, you have a major birthday, it's known as the flamingo part of the city. So because there's people will put flamingos in your front yard. So, someone's bought a house or they have a big sign, happy 60th birthday or 50th or whatever. And there's flamingos all over the place. You see them in people's front yards all the time.
Wow.
You see them at our trailer parks a lot.
Okay.
They always put the flamingos in the yard. I don't understand that.
There's somebody who a year ago wrote a book about find your inner flamingo or something like that. Yeah.
There we go.
It was a good book.
There we go.
Actually. Yeah. I only touched into it a little bit, but it was fun.
So what is your inner flamingo?
I don't know.
What does it mean with regards to the book? Find your inner flamingo.
Like finding the flamingo is pink and it's its own thing. It's so big. Oh, Pono, he's barking at a dog going by. Pono, boy, Pono.
Pono's hungry.
Little dog.
He's like, no way, not on my watch.
He's all up in that.
Not on my watch, puppy.
Pono, hey,
oh, he's so beautiful.
Pono,
my
gosh.
See, he just needed to voice his opinion about flamingos. That's
what
it is.
Yep.
So it's basically finding your uniqueness, basically.
Oh, I love that. Find your inner flamingo. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Honorable mention, ostrich. I love ostriches.
I love ostriches. Yes.
Love them.
I love them.
I was always fascinated by them, even when I was a little kid, because they can run so fast. So
don't eat them. They're terrible tasting. That's not even.
I'm not eating one.
I was at a place where they served ostrich. I couldn't.
I'm not going to eat an ostrich. I'm not doing that.
I couldn't eat it.
Honorable mention, blue jays. I just think they're beautiful.
They
I
are
love blue
I
beautiful.
love them.
jays.
I
Mhm.
love their call.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
they're
beautiful birds.
nice. And of course, the bubble toucans. Who doesn't love toucan
Oh,
Sam, right?
my niece has a toucan.
Oh, they're so awesome.
Nice.
They're so
Oh,
awesome.
they're nasty if they don't know you.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're great, you know,
But they're beautiful.
personality-wise, but
Beautiful bird. Mhm.
hey, they have a great cereal. That's all I know.
I was about to say that they have an awesome cereal. Yeah. You beat me to it, Ron.
All right, number 5,
Okay.
Mhm.
an Oriole. I think they're
Oriole.
so awesome looking.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
bright, and I love the color contrast with them, and you know, so I put them at number 5.
Good choice.
And
Not
then,
bad.
and then one that may eat the Oriole is at number 4, a peregrine falcon. I get to
Oh,
hold
yeah.
one, so I really
you?
love that.
We have
Yes, I
some of
did.
them here on the island. I've seen one here on the island. Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
amazing.
get to hold one. It was one of
Oh
the
my
most
God.
Oh, wow.
incredible days that I had.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
awesome. That was
That's
number
a
4.
powerful
Number
bird.
3, a penguin.
Oh,
I love
so
penguins.
cute.
It's even, especially that macaroni penguin with the things there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're awesome. I love penguins. I think they're funny. You
All walking
know,
around their tuxedos.
yeah, they just walk around.
Yeah.
I love them. So penguins are at number 3.
Okay.
Number
Okay.
2 is this guy over here, the bald eagle. I love the bald eagle. I think it's just an incredible bird. I guess I like the violence too. So
I'm surprised. I thought eagle would be number 1, honestly.
no, not number 1, because number 1 is the snow owl. I
The
think they're
snowy
so
owl.
beautiful.
They are.
Oh
And
my
the
god, I
big
love snow
eyes.
owl.
They're beautiful. Mhm.
Yeah, and she's on the move.
Look out.
Yep, the fairies in the terminal.
Well, that is it though. You know, that's my top 5. I did it really quick because I knew we were pressed for time. So,
Beautiful.
and
I
all
missed
this
your
talk
number
about
one. What
birds
was
this
your number
weekend,
1? I missed it because I was paying attention
the
here.
snow owl.
The snow owl. Oh, beautiful snowy owl. Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah. So I just love those birds, you know, and there's some others, like there's a heron, you know, I like those. You know,
Mhm.
most birds are actually really good looking.
They
You
are.
know,
Yes.
and
You ever
you
heard
know,
the
like you
sound of
do
a?
the easy things like parrots and stuff like that, but nah.
Have you ever heard the sound of a blue heron?
Oh no, I have not.
It's completely contrary to how they look. It's like, ah!
That's not
It's like
majestic
really-
beautiful at all.
Why am I not surprised you know how to do the call?
Yeah, of course.
They should have gotten you to play the part in Home Alone 2.
Yeah, they should have. That would be good. I do make lots of bird noises.
See? Like where else can you get that but on this show? Where else can you get it?
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
All right, you
Your
can close
segment
it
could
up
be on
and
bird
I'm going
calls,
to get out of
Luannah.
here.
All
You
right,
could do a
good.
segment just on bird calls, Luannah.
Yeah, I could do. I've always loved animal calls and bird calls. I've done that since I was a kid. I got a lot of them up my sleeve.
Okay, well, that's our show for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're listening to us on the radio or watching us live. We really appreciate it. So Thursday morning, tomorrow morning, everybody's favorite, Becky Turner,
Yay,
along with
Becky.
Kyle and JJ. You know what?
Awesome.
So it's going to be a great show. Those
Great
3 are
team.
magic together. Absolutely. Have
Yeah.
yourselves a wonderful day and tune in tomorrow morning at 10
Yay.
a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Central.
Beautiful. And where can people find you, Sharon?
Oh, people can find me at Holy Shift Balls on
Okay.
Facebook and
Okay.
on YouTube. And where can they find you, Luannah?
Luannah Victoria across YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and then soulspectivesinstitute.com.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Have a
There you
wonderful
go.
day.
Great
Enjoy
show.
your trip, and
We will.
we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.